See, we all have this longing to be peaceful, to be happy. It comes from a time in your life, from a memory of your source, because the nature of your source is peace and happiness and joy. And we want this so much. But how do we connect to this world? We connect to this world with our mind. Our mind was designed to help us make sense of the physical world around us. With all the sensations that are coming in, we're seeing things, we're hearing things. Now, we project everything out into this world. We created our little reality, and we think that something in this reality is going to make us happy. We want happiness that comes from something that you eat, something that you experience, something that you feel, some relationship that you want. You think that all of this is going to complete you and give you the peace and the happiness and the joy. And when it doesn't, then you get destroyed. Oh, I need my job. I need my job. My job is everything for me. And yes, if you use a job in order to give you what you need so you can enjoy your life, you make it work for you, right? But if you think that the job is what is going to completely answer all of your questions, give you everything that you need all the time, then you set yourself up for disaster. Actually, all of us, we do meditate. We do meditate. We get into that alpha state right before we go to sleep. We all know it. It's that state when you close your eyes and you're almost asleep. But if I call you by name and I say, Juan Carlos, are you there? You'll open your eyes immediately and you'll hear me. It is that state right before sleeping when your exhales become extra long and your inhales become much more relaxed, when you're not worried about the next breath you're taking. Why do we even need to meditate? Why do we need to meditate? Because no matter what you say, no matter how you love your job, no matter how you love your family, the day is stressful. It's always presenting challenges to you. All the time, something or another is coming up. And when there is a challenge and when you have to do something, and especially if it's something you don't like, there is an inner resistance that's going to rise. And whenever this resistance rises, when something inside you is saying no, that's when your mind starts to play tricks. It starts to talk. It starts to tell you, you should not be doing this. This is not for you. You deserve better. How could this happen to you? When such thoughts these negative thoughts that rise up, and you don't even realize it, most of the time we are unaware of thought. We don't know when or where they rise. It's only when you're caught up in the whole drama of the thought and when your emotions are rising that you say, oh my God, what am I doing? I need to calm down. And this is where meditation helps. Meditation gives you awareness of thought. It allows you at that time when the thoughts are really spiraling out of control to pull back. When you meditate, you create a certain space between yourself and your situation. You see, your life situation is your life situation. It is not your life. And half the time we don't understand this. Your life situation is what is happening at this moment. And stuff happens to all of us. And by meditating, stuff doesn't stop happening. It just gets less gripping. It just gets less gripping. So you react a little bit less. You're slow to respond. You cry a little bit less. You get angry a little bit less. I mean, if I look back at the person I was 15 years ago, how easily I would rise to anger. And what I do now, I still get angry. I still get angry, but not as much and not for as long. I'm able to pull it back in. And that's what meditation does for you. It allows you awareness of what happens, because what happens when you meditate, you're sitting down and all these thoughts are coming, right? The thoughts about what you cooked, what you didn't cook, what she said to you, what she didn't say, how thin I am, how fat I am, all the things that bother you during the day, they come up in meditation. And they must. They must. So what happens when you meditate? What happens? There are 4 stages really of meditation. So as soon as I tell you, sit comfortably with your back straight, you're like, okay, now it's time to meditate. Now I'm going to close my eyes. You take a deep breath and you let it go, and the body fully relaxes. As soon as the body relaxes, your mind is also slowly coming down. It's relaxing. The number of thoughts are less for a few minutes. And then it goes a little bit below the level of the body, and thoughts get released. And these thoughts get released after a couple of minutes. You're like, why am I thinking about what's to be made for breakfast tomorrow morning? I should be meditating. As soon as you get aware of that, another part of your brain fires, right? And then you tell yourself, okay, you've got that thought, now I should be meditating. And now again, you sink back into that state. And that's the 3rd stage of meditation, right? And there is what happens as you keep doing this. There is this space that between the appearance of these thoughts. Slowly, slowly, there is a gap and you're kind of close to sleep. So you're going like this, okay? Your head is nodding forward. And that's a good stage to be in. As long as you can hear me and as long as there's no drool coming out of your mouth, because then you're asleep. Yeah, and you're asleep. And it's okay. I have people, I don't know if you remember, people coming into meditation, falling fully asleep and snoring. There used to be a couple, some of them that would just fall fast asleep. And that's perfectly okay. The body takes what the body needs. You see, we have to go through the body and through the mind to find that source, to find that peace and to find that. And the thing about meditation is that it builds on itself. So it's like saying that I'll brush my teeth once a week, or I'll take a shower once a month. It doesn't work, right? You're going to smell. You're going to smell. You have to make it a practice as you do it day after day after day. And you do it, there's some people that are doing it for just because I ask them to. In the beginning, yeah. You do it because I ask you to. Then you do it because you can't stay without it. Because when you don't meditate, then the irritations come up. Then your life becomes like all these things are happening to you. Oh my God, this is not working out. That is not working out. I'm putting on weight, or I've got diabetes, or my leg is hurting, or my husband is not talking to me. My children haven't called me. There's stuff happening to us all the time. And it just becomes so important then. As you keep meditating, even when you lose a loved one, you have enough space to understand that it's all a play. Life, death, and what you think of as your world. All of it becomes like a play of consciousness. But perhaps the most important lesson that meditation teaches you is that you sit and the thoughts arise and the emotions arise and you do nothing. That's a powerful lesson. It's a powerful lesson. That you can look at these thoughts in the face that are very scary. And a lot of people that won't meditate are the ones that can't face the scary thoughts. Because the scary thoughts we cover up. What do we do all day? We talk to people on the phone, loud music, movies, always blah, 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 going on. A lot of noise in our lives. And I'm talking about the ones that handle it well, right? All of us that handle it. What do other people do when the pain is too much from trauma? They start with drinks. First it's one, then it's two. And then even a dozen drinks doesn't take away the pain, because when the effect of the drink wears off, it's back. It's back. You haven't dealt with the trauma. You haven't dealt with the grief. You haven't dealt with the loss. So you're going to feel it even more. And what's even worse, nowadays drugs are so easily available. And they do dull the pain. They do dull the pain. I don't deny it. For that time, you're flying, you're floating, your life's problems don't matter. But here is a way, a method of making life's problems seem so unimportant. And it doesn't harm you. It doesn't hurt you. All it requires is 15 or 20 minutes of your time every day. Why won't you do that? Why won't you be kind to yourself? All you need to do is to sit in one place for 20 minutes and do nothing. And do nothing. Okay, it's not as simple as that. It really is, meditation is a technique. And to really have a good experience of meditation, you need grace in your life. You need grace. Not everyone can. Not everyone can. Many people come to meditation and they're confronted with so many thoughts in that silence. They are totally unable to take it. They are unable to take it. Some even get panic attacks. And it's it's because some trauma is coming up, some stuff that we push down all day, right, is coming up, and they have not dealt with it. And in the silence of meditation, now you're up close and personal with your thoughts. Now you have to look at it straight in the face, and you have to figure out how it's going to work in your life, how you're going to deal with it, what you're going to do for the rest of your life. You see, when you have very bad trauma, you have many emotions rising. Fears come up and the emotions rise, the thoughts and the emotions, they join together. They form what we call an impression. And these impressions go below the surface of the mind. They go into your subconscious. They go down deep because we don't want to confront them. We don't want to see them. We do everything except confront our thoughts. Because those thoughts are painful. We don't want them rising. So we push it down. So you can go for years to psychologists and talk about your pain. All you do is dig deeper into a wound that cannot be healed that way. The only way to heal trauma is to go under the surface of the mind. Under the mind. And you can only get to that place in meditation. Those knots that are there, caught in your body, inside of you, submerged in your subconscious, only get opened up when you meditate. The best cure for people who are dealing with grief and loss is to meditate. Because you get into a space where your mind is not dictating how you're feeling. It's not telling you, be angry. This is not supposed to happen to you. Be annoyed with the world. Feel as if you've got some lack, something missing in your life. Feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for you. What is grief? What is loss? It's you telling the world, look at me. I deserve to have a spouse and my spouse left me. Now feel sorry for me. Right? We're constantly with our minds. Constantly with our minds. And the beauty of meditation is that, yes, you are with your thoughts, but only as an observer of thoughts. You're not actually responding to each and every thought. Thoughts come and thoughts go. Thoughts come and thoughts go. These are not permanently locked into your bubble of consciousness. You allow them to come, you allow them to go back from where they came. You don't hold on to them. And this is what meditation teaches you. It teaches you to just let the thoughts come and let the thoughts go. And not react to it. And not react to it. If I tell you that the next time somebody is rude to you, this is how you should behave, you won't even remember to do that. Because now you have to put something into practice. It's something from your memory that you have to retrieve. But at the moment you feel so much of affront, you feel so angry and so upset, you're out of control. You are now the anger. You are now the emotion. You have now locked yourself into the insult, into that thought pattern, into that way of thinking. Meditation just gives you that ability to let things go. It's all okay. The feeling when you come out of meditation is that I just don't need one more thing to complete me. Everything is okay as it is. If I asked you as you were coming out of meditation, what is your problem? You're going to say, what problem? I don't have a problem. Because at that moment, the mind is so released. It's not telling you that you're, poor you deserve better, you should have this, you should have that, you should have a house, you should have a wife, do not have a wife, you should get rid of someone. None of that is going on, right? It's all good. It's all good. And that's the feeling you have to carry on through the day. So breathing and the meditation, I can't stress it often enough. I can't tell you how important this is. What a beautiful gift our ancestors have given us. And if you take it into your life, that is the transformation. That is the transformation. Just practice without question. That's called sadhana. Just do it every single day. And then watch out. Just watch how your life goes on. Suddenly, all the things you were worried about, all the things that bothered you don't bother you anymore. All the relationships that were difficult are okay. Life just becomes easier. And that's why you need to meditate. I diverted from the topic. I was supposed to talk about those who can't or won't, but I didn't want to get into anything negative today. I want to keep it positive and to keep you all focused on bringing more and more people to learn how to meditate, because this is the best gift that you can give to yourself, the gift of peace. Om Namah Shivaya.